Well, hello, Mr. Dapper and Debonair.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. God, I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
You look great.
Oh, thanks. I'm just off to this fundraiser tonight.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Yeah, Friends Challenging Friends Canada.
Oh, right, they're having their gala
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm the head
right.
fundraiser. So
You are?
Yeah, tonight's
Wow.
the big night.
Well, you look fantastic.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I don't usually strap into one of these, but
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, you know what? I have a question for you.
Sure.
It's a little bit embarrassing, but you're...
I'm not a doctor.
No, but you are East Indian, so you might
Yes.
have the answer to this question.
New Delhi.
Henna on my hand from 2 days ago. Yeah, I can't get it off. I've tried everything, bleach, and I mean, it's beautiful, but...
Bleach?
Yeah, believe me, it's still burning.
You know what? I'll have to ask Ritu about that. I don't know, but it could be, I don't know.
You have soft hands.
Yeah, well,
Do you exfoliate?
Honest day's work. I try not to do it.
Oh, gosh, you look like you got a manicure.
Well, on occasion I have, but that's only after doing gardening or something.
So, Ritu, is she your girlfriend?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Just your date?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
She got me involved with the charity.
Oh, great. Well, she's lucky to have you on her arm tonight. Wow.
That's what I tell her.
I really want to say thank you, first of all, for agreeing to, do the interview with me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So tell me a little bit more. So it's called Trust Magazine?
Yes, it's called Trust, and it's a kind of a youth Christian oriented magazine, 12 to 18, and I really think that they're an audience that would really appreciate your music, and I think it's important for them to, I'm sorry, it means so much to me that you agreed to do this interview, because when I was watching you on stage, and I just felt like, I really honestly felt like it was divine providence that I was there and got a chance to see you.
Well, I'm glad that you were there and that you enjoyed the show, and
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what? It's funny. Oakville actually feels like it comes faster than you'd think. So maybe we should just start the interview.
Oh yeah, that'd be so great. I have so many questions to ask you. I'm just so. But I was wondering if you would sign this for me.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
So do you spell Alison with one L?
No, two L's. Two L's.
So what, now you're a dad, you can't return my calls?
Well,
What's up
with added
that?
responsibility comes, less time for you.
Yeah, but I need your help. I need to get online. My Xbox. I just got it
you
back.
got it out of the shop.
Finally.
Good.
Finally.
Good for you.
And I
Okay.
didn't do too much damage to it. Hey,
Well,
man.
hey.
But yeah, I just got it back, so I need to get online.
Okay, well, you got it linked up to your modem.
What's up with the getup?
What?
Where's the leather?
Oh yeah, this is my old coat. It's just a bit warmer.
Old
so
coat.
it's
Yeah.
like-
What's with the hair? Why is it down?
Look, I dropped the Lucas. Okay? Wasn't working for
What do
me.
what do you mean you dropped the Lucas?
What's the Lucas?
You can't just drop the Lucas.
Yes, I can. All right, it wasn't working for me. In fact, it was getting me more male attention than it was.
Wait.
So,
Maybe
my
you
Lucas.
weren't working the Lucas.
No, I was working it,
Okay.
but you know what? I borrowed his patented look, the Lucas,
Yeah.
that he calls it,
patented
to try and
yeah.
help me with Serena. And you know what she said to me?
What'd she say?
She said she could never see me as anything but a gay man. And I don't think that your look really helped me. any
Oh,
in that
okay. You're
situation.
blaming it on the look, not on your feminine facial features.
I can't
Hey?
believe you. Look, if you want to kiss me, just ask. Okay?
David. Hi.
Ava, hi. How are you? Sit down,
Oh,
please.
thank you. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. It's good to see you too. I haven't seen you since the funeral. How's your family doing?
No. They're not doing too well.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
My father barely says anything anymore, and my mother's just out of her mind, so
Oh, really?
trying to spend some more time with them in Burlington. Yeah. Plus
Okay.
it helps me too to be around my family right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Have you been?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, fine. We're moving on, trying to,
Yeah.
and I'm working a lot. So the funeral was really beautiful. It was really
Thank you.
well
Yeah.
organized, and Father Dave, that was his name, right? Father
Yes.
Dave, yeah. He was
Beautiful
he
sermon.
really spoke beautifully. It was very
Yeah,
nice.
so many people turned out. Not surprised, actually.
No, it was
Sister was very loved. So, you know, I thought it would be a good idea to buy Greg some dance lessons before we got married, right?
Sure.
Thinking this is going to be perfect because he's going to keep up with it, and when we go to events, we can dance. Never.
Right.
We had our wedding dance, and then
That was
never,
it.
never again.
See, most guys are like that. See, I, on the other hand, I love to dance, okay? And my problem is, Ritu, she has no sense of rhythm.
Oh, you're
She
kidding.
tries. God bless her, she tries. But she's awful.
Leave a little bit of lint.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. Just want to get that on.
thanks.
Well, maybe you should, you know, get her some dance lessons.
Well, you know, I'll tell you a little secret, okay? If you have to promise not to tell anyone, or
Okay.
I might have to kill you.
You have my word.
As a young boy, my mother used to take me to ballroom dancing classes.
Really?
Yep.
That's probably why you're so sensitive.
What?
I don't know, sensitive.
Oh, that's funny because
Do you want me to give you a hand?
yeah, you know,
with that?
if you know what I'm
Okay. I don't actually. I'm not very, but you seem to be struggling. So
I'm
I
having
could,
some trouble.
Okay.
It's because I'm sensitive.
Oh.
I'll allow you to help me.
Okay. But I'll just take my coat off.
Sure.
Okay. So we think it's.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's you know, sensitive isn't really a word used to describe me a lot.
So I noticed on your CD that your father produced it.
Well, he didn't technically produce it. My dad, he basically sort of put the financial like that in place.
Isn't that what
you
dads
know?
are for?
But I was the one sort of in charge of the creative process.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, it was a good, you know, I have a good relationship with my dad. I mean, I still live at home with my parents.
So do I.
You do?
You still live at home?
Yeah, and the
How
thing
do you
is,
find it?
well, I mean, you know, when I tell people a lot of the time, they're all like, oh, how, you know, you're 24 years old, how can you still live with your parents? But I like my parents, you know, I get along with them, and they respect me, and they give me my freedom, you know, and...
And you're a grown-up now, so you can really relate to them and find new things about them that you never could have before. That's how it is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And family's important, you know?
Yeah, family's really important. I find one particular song that's really inspiring to me, and it's the song "The Beginning," and I wanted to know how you came to describe that relationship so well. So, how did you write it? What's your songwriting process?
Well, the beginning, actually, it kind of just came to me.
Really,
Yeah.
like an inspiration.
You could say that. Yeah.
You know how when Americans travel abroad, like in Europe or wherever,
Okay.
really, they put a Canadian flag on their backpack,
Because
right?
I want to be treated better because everybody treats Canadians good.
Preferential treatment, right?
Yeah.
Well, this woman from the States
Okay.
has developed this kit that she's selling. It's like, I think it's like $25, and it comes with a flag, a patch for your bag, a book about how to speak about Canadians.
You're
eh?
kidding me.
Hey,
Swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, they've been doing that for years. The Americans have been doing that
But
for
they've
years
never
wherever
had
they
books about it and,
And
how
now
to
they're
actually...
making a buck off of it. I mean, they're the most patriotic country in the world is selling their identity to make a buck.
That aside, no, I don't think it's
Selling
about
their
that.
identity.
No, I don't
That's
think it's about that.
interesting. That's an interesting
I think they're
point.
more ashamed. I
Selling
mean,
their identity.
it's
What's
more
your
about...
problem?
Nothing. Nothing. No, you're right. You're right. The Americans are, yeah.
You know what? It's more about them being upset about the government. You know, after the last elections, a
There you
lot
go.
of Americans, 51% or 50%, they're upset, and so they're ashamed of going out and saying I'm American. So they'd
That's part
rather
of it.
skip the hassle and pretend to be Canadians.
Exactly.
I mean, what's
Pretending.
next? Well, what's next? A Muslim getting a kit to say how to appear more Christian so you're not hassled?
Well, but
It's
that's
your
the
identity.
environment we live in, right?
It's unfortunate, but you should never be ashamed of who you are. You gotta be who you gotta be.
Ah, I am what I am, Popeye.
The sailor
Great
man.
man.
Good.
Whoa. What?
Nothing.
You know, these past few weeks have been really hard. I've been living with, I feel like, so many secrets. I mean,
What do you mean?
well, Nancy asked me not to tell my parents that, you know, her cancer had come back.
She told you that?
Yes,
She told me that.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, it's been so hard. I mean, we've had to pretend like everything's fine when it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, and I tried to encourage her to the first thing I said was, you know, your family's going to be your biggest support. You
Absolutely.
should tell them, right? Because they're the ones
That's
who are
what
really
I
going to be
tried
there.
telling her too. But you know, Nancy,
She's
once she
stubborn.
gets,
She
yeah.
just wouldn't have any of it. She just,
No, well,
she stonewalls
the
you.
first time we told my parents, it just didn't go well, so that's
Right.
probably why.
They were probably so happy. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Once they
God,
found
this
that I went
feels
to
so
remission.
good to talk to you like
I know,
this.
it is a
feel
bit
like
of relief.
I'm
I saw
getting
you
so
and I
much
was.
off my chest, like I'm able to tell you. And
Yeah, when I saw you, I don't know, there's always that stress, right? But it's amazing that she told you. That's great. I know you guys were tight, so that's.
Yeah.
That's
No,
very
I'm
good.
really glad she confided in me. You know, David, I never got a chance to really say anything at the funeral, but I want to thank you for being there for her. You were really a wonderful friend, and she adored you.
This kind of reminds me of a scene in one of my favorite films of all time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Happens on a train, two people sitting across from each other.
What? What movie?
It's a Hitchcock. Don't know if you've ever seen it before. North by Northwest. Cary Grant, Eva Marie Saint. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Hold on. It's going to be a long night. And I'm not particularly interested in the book I started, if you know what I mean.
Okay, hold on. What do women like you do beside lure men to their doom on the 20th Century Limited?
That was good.
That was good. Wow, you must have seen that. I've seen it so many times.
I love that movie. It's great. It's classic.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Unlike this.
Unlike this.
Fried chicken, man?
Okay, one more time.
Not too hard, not too hard.
What was so amazing about your concert was this kind of sense of melancholy that kind of filled the entire room. When you sang, it was like 2,000 people were completely quiet, just listening, completely moved by what you were singing. And do you know, like, each one of your songs together just had this, create this kind of, it was kind of a mosaic that was about loss and betrayal and just this vulnerable place of needing to be saved.
That's interesting that you say that, because I guess me being so close to the work, it's hard for me to gain that kind of perspective on it as a whole.
Right, like in the beginning.
Yeah.
You're singing about I was broken, I was helpless, I was scared, and then your words resurrected me. It's just, you know, it's the place in your life that love needs to fill, that Jesus can bring to me, that brought to me, and I just feel like you just put your finger right on it, just how I feel.
Well, for me, I wasn't really thinking about Jesus when I was writing it. It was actually a relationship that had just ended.
And you know, that's the same. It comes from the same place. It comes from, you know, God is love, any form of love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, actually, this actually brings me to my next question. Just, can you tell me what you look for in a guy?
A guy? Whoa, where do I start?
Jeremy Heinzman, this guy deserts from the United States of America and expects us to open our doors going, yeah, that's okay.
Well,
yeah, that's okay.
look,
you're a coward. You betrayed your
No,
country.
no, no, no.
What did he do? He signed up for the army, okay, and didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight.
Oh,
like he
big
wanted
surprise.
he wanted a free ticket to university, but doesn't want to fight.
What, the
okay?
Army University where they teach
The
you how
army,
to hide in
no,
a
they
rabbit hole or
paid
whatever?
his
Come on.
way, and then he leaves, and he expects us, the good, peaceful Canadians,
All right, hey,
to open our doors and say,
hey,
"Come
to
on
put
in."
things into perspective,
Come on
Canada
in.
historically has accepted American deserters.
Yeah,
or
how's that
draft
working out
to the
for
United
us?
States.
It's none of our business.
What do you mean it's none of our
It's
business?
none of our
the guy's
business.
a refugee.
Yeah.
It's an
Oh,
immoral,
a
he feels
refugee
it's an
now.
immoral war.
Oh.
So it's his
So why
day as a
did- why
soldier
did-
not to follow his
Why did he
orders.
sign up
him
for
in.
the army?
Why? Because he needed to pay for university. He didn't think he'd have to fight in an immoral war.
Of
to get
course,
to it.
that's the price you pay in the army.
What about people from Vietnam? If they had come back, should we have let them in when they didn't want to fight in Vietnam?
Yeah. Oh, when's that? You weren't even born at the Vietnam War.
What doesn't mean
Zip it.
That doesn't mean he can't argue
doesn't
the
mean that-
point.
Yeah, he can't argue the point. It doesn't come out of experience. It comes out of like hearsay.
Oh, so you were alive during the Vietnam War,
And
so
you
then
lived through the
you have more say in it than I do. You weren't there either, so who
Exactly. Of
cares?
Of course, I was alive.
Look,
I'm just happy that you were there for her. I mean, my parents, they, of course, have to accept what happened, but they're completely shocked. I mean, we're very religious. I mean, they don't understand why she would take her own life. I mean, suicide is just something that we don't discuss.
And it's something that you can never truly grasp or understand. So, you know, best not to dwell on it. I mean, I know that's kind of harsh to say, but, you know, if you're helping them cope, it's probably good to try and get them to focus on the future.
Well, I'm trying to do my best, but they're just inconsolable right now. I mean, their daughter taking her own life. I mean, it's just something they never expected Nancy to do, someone like her anyway, you know, so positive and upbeat all the time.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, I've done a lot of thinking, and I understand why she did what she did.
Well, I guess if I would have to narrow it down, the type of guy that I'm most attracted to are the strong masculine types.
Oh, me too, with the broad shoulders, and I like the blondes the best.
Sexy.
Oh, do you know what? I have been talking so much during this interview. You must think I'm the worst interviewer in the world. But you know what? I have enough here. This is going to be an amazing article, so thanks very much.
You're welcome.
But Dana, I have one more question that's kind of off the record, and it might make you feel a bit awkward, but here it is. Would you let me found your fan club?
What?
I would just like to be the president of the Dana Davin fan club. See, I think that you really need a place where you can contact your fans can contact you, where they can buy your CDs, some t-shirts maybe. I can create you a website.
You know what, you would be a good person, I think, because you get my music, you know?
I do get your music, and I feel like I really get you. I feel like I could really work with you to create what you want to on the website and everything.
That would be great.
That would be so great. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get started. I have one more question for you. Would you mind?
A picture?
I would love to take a picture.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Together. Just
So tell me, Peter.
Please, just call me Pete.
Okay, Pete. How come a great guy like you isn't married?
Well, maybe I'm just not the marrying type.
Well, yeah.
Hey, that's not bad.
It's not so great, but you know what? No one's going to be looking at your tie.
You're right. They're going to be looking at my fancy footwork.
That's right.
I wish you could come with me. That'd be fun. We could really cut a rug through that joint.
Go dancing with you.
Yeah.
No. You know, my dance card is kind of full right now, so. Anyway, this is my stop.
Okay.
So have a good time.
Thanks. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Bye.
Bye. That was bad.
No. Canada already said no to this war once by letting this guy in. We're just perpetuating it. We gotta shut it right out. Are you kidding me?
Look, they're following a history. They let draft dodgers from Vietnam in, didn't they?
Yeah, okay, that was then. This is now, man.
We didn't
this
let
is
Jewish
now.
refugees in during World War II.
Don't bring up the Jewish refugees. You're gonna get emotional about that, okay? You're a little too
the Nazi guards at Nuremberg.
Don't bring up the Nazis. Why does this war's a little different than World War II.
I'm getting emotional. Listen to you. Are you off your meds? I mean, calm down, man.
Hey, I'm just making a point, man. I'm just making a clear, well-defined point.
Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry.
You're not angry. Okay, well, you're yelling at the both of us for something that we have no involvement in, okay?
Whatever.
Is this about the hair? Is this about the Lucas? Because I didn't
come
like
on.
it when I wanted it.
Come on.
Hey,
I'm not that shallow.
Okay, well then what is this about? Did some girl not want to have sex with you last night?
No, it's not.
All right, let's take a breath. Come on.
No, well,
Something's
I wanna know
bothering you.
what-
Something's
well,
bothering you. What is it?
I
We're
got a
friends
phone
here.
call today.
Oh, you got a
okay?
phone call?
That's
Well,
it.
big
Yeah.
deal. That's
Yeah, I
not
got
involved.
No, I got a
Who called
phone
you?
call
You're
for
so-
Julia.
Okay.
Okay, and she tore a strip off me for telling you guys and my friends that Charlie's my son, like as if it's not the truth. Okay, so I go
Okay.
and speak the truth, and I get crapped on.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with the Lucas.
Not to gay men.
Pardon me.
You heard me.
You know, the more I think about it, the more I understand that suicide was probably Nancy's only way out.
Well, it might have seemed like that to her, right?
Well, the doctors didn't give her any hope, and you know what she was in for, just months of suffering.
Yeah, yeah. I still think that, you know, there was other ways to deal with it, but
Well, there's, you know, she confided a lot in me in the last couple of weeks before her death, and she did tell me that you gave her the pills. And
she told you that?
yeah, but I understand, David. I do.
You do? Oh, man.
You probably struggled with that, I'm sure.
Well,
but
it was a
I-
really, really difficult decision to make, you know? I didn't know that she was going to do it so quickly. That was not what was
I
discussed.
knew it. How could you do that? You know you killed my sister? I'm gonna see to it that you never do this again to anyone. Your career is over. You are never going to practice medicine again. Do you understand me?